Hello, my Aries. Thank you so much for tuning in again to your weekly Aries tarot reading. So let's see what's coming up for you for your oracle messages. Remember to take them as they resonate. Do not force these messages to apply to your life or your experience or what you want for yourself, okay? So I'm going to show you these images on all of these cards. You take that for what it is. If it reminds you of something, that is an extra message for you, okay? So with this oracle for you, Aries, you do have radiant love. Radiating love helps foster a ripple effect of healing and growth that extends to those around you, okay? Like, even if it's, those tough times, even if it's situations where you're just like, you know, you can always bring it back to understanding and love and like center yourself in regard to the actions you take moving forward from that point, because ultimately it affects you, it affects the situation as a whole, it affects what you're wanting all around to be magnetized toward you at all times. You're always manifesting, so it definitely helps to keep that in mind. For your subconscious energy, where the oracle is concerned, you have connect with nature. Through observation and reflection, you learn valuable lessons about resilience, adaptability, and the interconnectedness of all living things. Like I said, Aries, it's very important for you to have a sense of understanding during this time. If you're catching the drift, if you're catching the flow of how this is starting, okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull from the tarot now to see what other messages are most important for you from the 12th to the 18th of October 2025, okay? Let's see what comes up for my Aries from the 12th to the 18th of October 2025. All right, so some fell out already. We're going to do a challenge for you. What can help you with that challenge? Some past energy. Okay, they're just flipping all over the place. Past energy. Present potential outcome as well as advice. On the bottom of the deck here, you have Aries, the Justice in reverse. Okay, so what are the unjust? Why do I keep wanting to say un? What are the injustices that are plaguing your life right now, that you are allowing to plague your life? What's happening in your life that you're reacting to instead of taking a minute to think about it and being like, this is how I want this to go? That is the subconscious energy here, realigning, taking implementing more of the pause method in regard to doing things and moving forward. A challenge for you here is feeling like the support of others, from external circumstances. But if you're having this trouble, it's also you're having trouble feeling that support within yourself as well, that sense of community, that sense of confidence that you got it, and there's love that surrounds you no matter what, because ultimately it starts from within yourself. That is what you're having trouble. Maybe you've been overly critical of yourself, and you're just not putting your first foot forward with a centeredness that's lives in love. Okay, so that is what the oracle was actually referring to earlier as well. And what can help you with that, of course, is being able to focus, being able to choose, like, okay, this is the foundation of what is bothering me. Let's focus on that. Let's do more things to foster more love in your life, or to build your own confidence, to show up for yourself more. What are the things that you can do to kind of change your own narrative, to start to tell yourself and the world a different story about you, so that different things are magnetized toward your field? Past energy here, there's a sense of getting very clear on how your emotions felt. Like, I feel like, Aries, you're already in the process of this, or you've already begun, this awakening to how much power you have to create your own reality. With the Seven of Cups here in reverse, it's like I said, getting clear on your emotions, how you feel. When you're clear on how you feel, you can move forward in a more aligned way, because you know where things are coming from. You have that understanding of this, that, and the third. So it's just like you're kind of sitting pretty, like, in this picture, because you understand. at the end of the day. You know, you might still have emotions of that bother you, but it's not like you're gonna go willy-nilly and do some drastic things or things that you regret, because ultimately you're just like, you know what, that makes sense. Everything makes sense. You know that the universe is on your side. You know that there are things that you don't know yet towards the situation. So you're just like, all right, I see. You also have the Fool card here for your present energy, because, and I love this for you, Aries, because this is signifying that you're ready to embark on a new journey. You're ready to set up new boundaries for yourself. You're ready to take on and play this game of life from a different perspective or a different way. You're ready to implement a new strategy. Beautiful. The Eight of Cups in reverse for the potential outcome. There may be certain things that you're still like lingering on, or that you might still want to bring from the past to the present because you've learned those things, like you're taking the lessons, or you're using the emotions that you've understood from your past to be able to propel yourself forward. It doesn't feel like it's a negative thing, like you're dragging things on. It feels like, okay, I learned this is my strength to be able to make me angry enough, or make me inspired enough to move toward a certain direction, you know. So you're choosing what emotions you want to, you know, carry with you or stick with, because those are the emotions that fuel your strength moving forward. Okay, the advice here is the Six of Cups in reverse, has having to do with unrealistic expectations. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of the emotional work that you've been doing, Aries, has to do with breaking out of people pleasing tendencies, and, you know, having other people's opinions radiate unrealistic expectations on yourself, for you to have them within yourself and for them to be, you know, projected onto you. It's just a lot of heavy energy. Remember that you've already gone through the process of understanding where all that comes from, and don't let it affect you moving forward. You are your own person. This is your own journey. Okay, other people and circumstances, they have their own frame of reference that has nothing to do with you. You know, you do not have to submit or succumb to anything outside of yourself that's not aligning with where you ultimately are or want to go. Okay, so with that said, Aries, if that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, you know I'm always happy to help. Definitely, if you want a personal tarot reading, that information is in the description below. I do written, pre-recorded, and Zoom readings, so definitely take a gander at, you know, what calendar availability there is and what works for you. Okay, so with that said, being that's in the description below, we're gonna continue to move forward and clarify these messages of what has come up for you for the week of the 12th to the 18th of October for my Aries. Clarifications, please, on this emotionally intelligent energy. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so that came out like that. Okay. All right, so on the bottom of the deck, clarifying this Justice card in reverse, you do have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so all these external whatevers that have been having an effect on your subconscious, your confidence, Aries, like it's coming out as a person. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is somebody that doubts her resilience, or their resilience, doubts their ability to plant a seed, to nurture it, to move forward, like go through the whole process, have follow through and all that. You know, you're doubting like your cornucopia energy, your wellspring energy, and that is the energy that we are all born with. So don't it's like getting clear on what counter intentions are opposing you and just wiping them suckers out. You know, you do have for your 10 of Cups the challenge energy. So this fell out like this, and I felt inclined to keep it this way. It's like the energy is neither here and there. It's like limbo energy with the Ace of Pentacles. It just depends on your own frame of reference, the way you see things, because you always have a choice. Okay, so you can choose to see that, oh, you don't have support and this, that, and the third, or you can choose to see that the things that have happened to you, having no support or whatever, have actually been helping you that entire time to see things in a way where you're just like, oh, you can build that for yourself. Like that's, or maybe those situations or people weren't necessarily for you, but they did lend something to your experience for you to grow, or take action on. Actually, as I finally looked at this card, this is the Page of Pentacles. So it's like, even though the idea, it's again, it's changing your frame of reference, or you're having trouble seeing clearly the frame of reference of what everything has been trying to teach you thus far, that you've been having trouble seeing the real message. It's like you get distracted on what based on what you can see, touch, taste, and smell, instead of seeing the full picture of it, the full lesson, which was to get you to start to act based on what you see. Okay, based on what you see. All right, so see the opportunity that you don't see type of situation. Start moving, take the initiative to bring into your experience what you're not yet experiencing, to find out how you can experience those types of things. Okay, so that is the challenge there for you, to use your life and your emotions accordingly, how they're supposed to be used for your betterment. Okay, what can help you with that? This Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Balance card in reverse, as well as the Five of Wands. It's like, so you're gonna have to put effort in. You're going to have to break free from what you, like I said, can see, touch, taste, and smell. The Eight of Pentacles is choosing something to focus on and becoming a master at that. So you feel a sense of imbalance, or a lack of justice happening, or whatever it is. How can you start to fight that dynamic? And it doesn't necessarily have to be aggressive. You just do something different than what you have been doing thus far, so that it gets you a different result. You're only in competition with yourself. Pick something to get fired up about, to ignite that fire, that Aries taking initiative, new adventure, spontaneity, and let that be the driving force for you. Okay, past energy has to do with the Seven of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. All right, so this is a sense in the past that the emotions, the things that you've been feeling, Aries, I get it. Like it can be very, very, very distracting. Your ego can just take a hold of your life and just go willy-nilly with with things, but that's if you let it, and like I said, for some people it can be harder than others, and it's just so much, and we're only human, and this, that, and the third. But the great part about that is, like, yeah, we are human. So when we finally see something, when we have that catharsis moment, even though, this is a lot of you taking action, Aries, based on your emotions and losing yourself in your emotions. This is having fear, doing things out of fear, quickly, things out of fear, because you feel like, you're going to miss out, or there's not going to be an opportunity for something later. It's just like, your timing always feels wrong, and you tell yourself that all the time. Like these are the emotions that you have been lost in, or find yourself just like, oh my God, like what, just it's like a tennis match going on and you're the ball. Like you've been allowing yourself to do that. But no, don't let life and circumstances hit you no more, like with force, and just propel just dictate the direction that you go. No, don't let fear guide you. You're not a ball. Okay. All right, you can choose to stop that particular game. Okay. Present energy has to do with the Fool card. Again, you being excited to start a new paradigm, to play a new game, to set up the rules for that game as well. The Seven of Wands is here in reverse, as well as the Nine of Pentacles, because you are dissatisfied with the way things have been going. So it is up to you to take that initiative to change within yourself first. Figure out what it is that you want to do. And you don't have to have all the answers right now, Aries. All you have to know is that this is not what you want right now. This is what you're dissatisfied with. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, like, take down the barriers you have in regard to doing something about you being dissatisfied about something. Like, do something about the fact that you don't want to be in the predicament that you are in anymore. Do something different, okay? Don't just live in it, and be miserable. That's not a thing. Get excited about, you know what? I can do this instead. It might be difficult. It might be, you have to face certain emotions and people and this, that, and the third. But it's just a moment. It's just a moment in an ultimate journey that you're ideally supposed to be enjoying, especially when you look back or when you're present in the moment. It's just like, wow, this is it. Potential outcome you have here is the 8 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the clarified by the 3 of Wands, as well as the Page of Cups for you. Okay, Page is coming out for you, messages coming out for you. You can fly, Aries. Like, keep that in mind. You have always had the ability of flight, to enjoy, to soar. Okay, this is a message for you to take flight, to take that initiative, to start to create a new paradigm for yourself. Take what you have learned from the situations, how you've dealt with emotions before, healing with them in a different manner, or healing with them in general, and expanding on what you learn, to soar even higher from then. This is the ultimate outcome for you is growth, because of your that innate ability you have, that gift that you have of understanding, rising above, it comes from diving deeper, because you can only succeed as much as, or as deep as your foundation is. And once your roots have taken hold, you can soar, you can rise above, like, everything, like soar so high, Aries. But that you have to get into the nitty gritty of your feelings and the way that you see things from a frame of reference point of view, but this is you, like, starting to take the initiative to create a new paradigm for yourself, a new standard for yourself. The advice here has to do with the 6 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Justice now upright, as well as the Transformation card. Aries, there is so much waiting for you when you decide. I keep saying choices are so important. Choices are the most important thing. How we choose to think, how we choose to be, how we choose to act. Aries, allow yourself to live in the essence of transformation. Allow yourself to find the justice in everything, or to deliver justice to yourself, to learn from your experiences, and not shy away from new things, and being a new person, inviting new experiences, new people, new forms of money, new forms of love, be open to all of that. That is your advice. Okay. Don't allow anything to limit you. All right, so you do have, we're going to go into some money whispers, money oracle whispers for you, Aries, for the week of the 12th to the 18th, and see what comes up for you. Money whispers for the Aries collective, please. I have them upside down. Let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Money whispers for the Aries collective, please, for the 12th to the 18th. All right, Aries, so you have an affirmation. Love and happiness can coexist with wealth, okay? There's a reason that is on this card, is because that is some of the foundation that you should be digging, okay? It's not all about, just money, money, money. And like, the foundation of everything, of energy itself, is love and your ability to feel better with each moment that passes, okay? Keep that in mind, Aries. It is very deep. It's deeper than you think. If you really sit and ponder on that and allow yourself to learn the lesson, that the energetic lesson from this one statement, it can really turn your life around, okay? On the bottom of the deck, you do have a money gem, which says, be still, be present, be happy with or without money, okay? And that is what's going to make money come to you even quicker, or at all, okay? be happy and I'm not saying just be a weird just person every two. No, I'm saying whether you feel good or bad in any moment, your ultimate goal is to feel better with each moment that happens, whether you feel good in that moment or not, to feel better. Okay. And to focus on, as you're feeling better, to focus on, throughout the day, the things that you really do want ultimately for yourself. Okay. Infuse it with that emotion as you move forward and watch what happens. Okay. So I'm going to pick some love oracle whispers for you to see what comes out. So let's see what this is. Love oracle whispers, please, for the Aries collective. Alrighty, so you do have new beginnings. This is your present energy. Like it's coming out for you. It's grounded in love and feeling good. New beginnings, intention. Okay, new doors are opening and new opportunities are here. You are shifting into a higher frequency by honoring yourself and your accomplishments. It's time for a fresh start and a clean slate. You are being asked to not only bring your new self. You are being asked to only bring your new self into this next chapter. All right. You also have high vibrations, transformation. This is a lot that's going on. But it's probably because the seasons done changed. This is a new season for you, Aries. Like, embrace this. On the bottom of the deck, you have chosen to step into higher vibration that is in alignment with your soul path and higher knowing. You now have the awareness that you are limitless and ready for transformation. That's on a deep level, Aries. Embrace that. Love that for you. Also, you have, let's do some shadow work for this week for you, Aries, for your highest good for the week of the 12th to the 18th. You have envy. Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' successes. You truly are and always have been good enough. All right, Aries. And on the bottom of the deck here, you have resisting change. Ask yourself why you are or are not wanting to change. Look at the positive side to the changes for the subconscious energy. So Aries, this one in particular, watch this reading as many times as you need to. Pick certain points of it, journal about how you truly feel. Like this reading is like, I'm feeling massive energy from this. That this could be the time that you really spark that transformation. This is what you have been waiting for. This is what, if you pay attention, if you rewatch it as much as you need to, if you pause and stop and journal and really go through the process that you need to go through, Aries, this is your moment. Okay, how many of you are going to seize it? All right, so that is what I have for you this week. I hope that this helps. Definitely comment below. I would love to hear how you're feeling, how you implement the process. Like, please let me know. All right, Aries, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Toodles.